Welcome to Some Heat Talk, and the Miami Heat just beat the Dallas Mavericks 102 to 106 at home. The last game of their back-to-back, the last game of their 3-game and 4-day stretch, and that was a game that we are not used to from this Miami Heat team. That was a mud fight. That was just two teams trying to get it out the mud and win this game. 102 to 106 is definitely not the type of scoring we're used to this season. I'm pretty sure it's the lowest scoring Heat win this season. Had to be the lowest scoring Heat first quarter this season. We only scored 20 points in the first quarter. Very, very, very bad shooting night. We only hit 5 of our 27 threes, 19% from the three. It was not a great offensive performance, but it was a game that we won. This is one of those games that I've been saying we need to win all of them. When we either play shit teams or we play teams without their starters, we need to win those games. Those are the games you look back on when you're trying to fight for that 4-3-2-1 spot to get home court advantage in the playoffs. Those are the games that you want to win. We won the game. There's no complaining there. But the offensive performance was very, very just. It was just like it wasn't fast. It was sloppy. It wasn't good shooting. I mean, there was quality shots. A lot of shit hit off the front end of the rim, and you can blame that on the back-to-back. Also, three games in 4 days. You got to travel from Philly, come back down to Miami within 1 day, and play the game. So that could be a reason due to the scoring not being up there, due to the shooting numbers not being efficient, and then also there's no Norman Powell tonight, no Andrew Wiggins still, but we did have the return of our hero. We need a hero. Tyler Herro. Tyler Christopher Herro made his return tonight. Finally, first game of the season. He started. The starting lineup was Davion Mitchell, Pella Larson, Tyler Herro, Bam, and Kel'el Ware. So there wasn't really no controversy within the starting lineup because we already knew Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins were out prior to the game. So we didn't get to see any of the interesting lineup combinations or what the lineup will look like once Tyler Herro comes back completely because we had two starting guys out, two of our best guys out. So there was no controversy there. So we just went with the two guards that had been holding it down, Davion Mitchell and Pella Larson. Then we had Tyler put him in there with Kel'el and Bam Adebayo. And it worked. It got the job. It got the job done. Tyler Herro 0 points in the first quarter, but through the next 3 he had 24. He was amazing. He was just getting to the rim, getting to his spots, that floater, creating shots. Like in the first quarter, I was worried. Tyler Herro did not look like he looked like last year Tyler Herro, like he needed screens. He didn't look like he was fitting into the pace of the offense. But it ended up the whole game, no matter what, the offense was just not being the offense it's used to being this season. The shooting wasn't there. It relies a lot on 3-point shooting. 3-point shooting wasn't there. The offense just in general was slow. So it wasn't Tyler Herro's fault. We'll get to the Tyler Herro effect of the offense in a second. I want to save that towards the end of the video. But as I said, Tyler Herro came in. It looked like he was looking for some screens to come off of and get to his scoring, but he didn't need him. He was straight isoing, saucing people up. In the second quarter, he had 8 points, and then the next quarter, he had another 8. He was just saucing people up. He ended up with 24 points, as I said, and he was really a factor in getting us this game. He had that clutch floater when the game was tied in the fourth quarter. Just, his clutch shots and just his floater and his ability to get past his defender, pull up. He had a tough corner jump shot for 2. It was looking like old Tyler Herro. It was like Crotty was saying in the first quarter, it's going to take him about 2 weeks to get adjusted, 2 weeks to get acclimated and come back. It took him a quarter. It took Tyler Herro a quarter. That's what those type of skillful guys. It only takes you a quarter to get hot and get back into the root of things. And that's all it took Tyler Herro was a quarter. The only thing I have about Tyler is his defense was great, honestly. He was not getting picked on. He was even poking the ball away, creating turnovers. I think his defense was really good. There's not a lot of talent you can say on this Mavs team. I don't know what happened to D'Angelo Russell. I feel like he didn't play that much. He was coming off the bench only at 10 minutes. But just not that much talent for him. Too much defense. Brandon Williams is nice and stuff like that. Christie's nice, but Tyler Herro was holding his own on defense. Nothing to complain there. He just looked a little bit tired, which the pace can do it to you first game coming off the injury. He didn't look in pain or anything. He just looked tired, but that's what the pace can do to you. But he was a great factor in the Miami Heat. Being 8-1 at home, I love it. I love winning at home. It's the greatest thing of all time because we're holding down the home court advantage. And 8-1, getting these games at home. You play 41 games at home. You play 41 games somewhere else. You get a great home record. The standing, the seed will fall where you want it. And I love that we're 8-1 at home. Now we're on a 5-game heater. But man, I want to get to the player of the game real quick because the player of the game has just impressed me throughout the last 3 games.
Big time players step up in big games. That's all I gotta say. Big time players step up in big games. All the criticizing, all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big games.
Our player of the game is Kel'el Ware. Kel'el Ware is far and behind down, without a doubt, the player of this game. He just added on to another incredible performance in the last 3 games. He had 20 and 14, 20 and 16, and now he had 20 points and 18 rebounds this game. Amazing performance, just being there, being active around the glass, showing emotion with blocks, sending blocks into the fifth row, just being there, just being present emotion, showing emotion, attacking the rim. He had a damn shot. He was standing behind the backboard, and he was able to, with his big ass arms, just flick the ball right in. Just amazing touch around the rim, and he had 3 big threes tonight, while everybody else couldn't hit a three. He had more than half of the team's threes. He was amazing tonight, and without a doubt, the player of the game has to go to Kel'el Ware. Tyler Herro was great, clutch shot, 24.7 rebounds, but Kel'el Ware, without a doubt, gets the player of the game. He was just active all around. He was the most consistent Heat player, and he was amazing. He was amazing defensively at the rim and on offensively at the rim, offensively beyond the arc, just doing his thing. He's been honestly the best starter in these last 3 games, in my opinion. And it just shows he's come so far. He's growing in front of our eyes. You know, that's what they say. He's growing in front of our eyes because against that Lakers game, he got fried 9 points by Jackson Hayes. He got benched. Now he's whatever Udonis Haslem text him. I need him to text me that because maybe that will just boost my performance and everything in school and math and whatever. Because whatever Udonis Haslem has gotten into him since that game, he's been outstanding. He's looking like an all-star center. Seriously, all-star center. You're telling me these numbers aren't all-star worthy? 20, damn near 20 and 50. He's averaging 20 and 15 every night now in the last 3 games. It didn't. The back-to-back didn't affect him. He was still doing his thing. I love it. This is what we want. Spo put him in Spo jail, the Spo Rehabilitation Center for a little bit, and that's what you get. Those are the results you're going to get. Just like Hawkins was in it last year, it was even quicker for Kel'el Ware to get rehabilitated. And now he's playing more minutes than Bam out there playing. He led the team in minutes. He had, how many minutes was it? 34 minutes. He led the team in minutes, 50% from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 60% from 3, hit all 3 of his free throws, 18 rebounds, 3 blocks, 6 offensive rebounds, which you love to see. And he's really, through these performances, put together, allowing the Heat to win the rebounding battle and be competitive within the rebounding battle. They won the rebounding battle again tonight. That's, I believe, 3 straight games they won the rebounding battle. And in return, you know, they're coming off a streak of losing the rebounding battle in 10 straight games. 10 straight games. Now they've been amazing. I think it's 2 for the last 3 they won the rebounding battle. I don't think they won the rebounding battle against the Sixers. But that's besides the point. Kel'el Ware has been out freaking standing. And then, so Kel'el Ware's our player of the game. I'll give Tyler Herro the supplemental because he was amazing still, 24 points. But after that, Davion Mitchell did his thing on defense, getting to the rim, attacking the rim, getting his layups that he loves. When there was no shot, he only had 4 assists tonight, which was, he could have did more playmaking, but Tyler Herro also had the ball. There's Tyler Herro out there. Tyler Herro had 0 assists, which we'll get to in a second. Bam was amazing. He came in. Tyler Herro started off the second half hot. He defense, of course, from Bam down the stretch, amazing. Getting shots down the stretch, amazing. Getting through the free throw line was big. He had 11 free throws. He missed his first 3 of the game for some reason. I don't know how. But he has 7-11 from the free throw line. Pelle Larsson doing his dog things. Now there's a Twitter account that says Pelle Larsson got hit in the face today, and he gets hit in the face every game. So yes, of course he got hit in the face today. He had 9.13. Kashad Johnson was in the lineup again because of injuries, of course. So we need another player. He's doing his thing. He had 7 points, a crazy lucky ass, and 1 that just flipped somehow into the rim. He also had 3. Jaime Jaquez, 13 points. He's been slow, but he's been slow in these last couple games. You know, not getting to that. Last game he was good. I don't know, but still he's been a little bit slower over the last week. But this is now becoming consistent. You know, that's why we're calling it slow, because his 13 and his 5 and 5 is becoming consistent, and that's he had 7 rebounds and 5 assists. And then Drew Smith, he didn't have any points. He wasn't that good, obviously. 0 for 3 from 3. And at Simon Fontecchio, awful game. He's had some awful 3-game stretch. He was 0 for 7 from 3, 2 for 10 from the field. He just can't hit a 3. It doesn't matter where he wants to hit it. He had an and one. He had a got fouled on the 3-point line, so he had 3 points from there. Excuse me, but he hasn't been able to hit shit. He could have hit water if it was in the ocean. Like, he has not been good. And as I said in the last video I believe I made, I think he's the one that's going to get his minutes cut once all the starters are back, and it's looking like it more and more. He's just chucking shit up there, and it's not going in. He's doing a good job now. More recently, setting up some plays like by driving to the paint and then finding someone cutting or whatever. Sometimes it's a little too much, and I don't like it. But he had 5 assists, 95 rebounds, so he's doing his thing there. Now, many people are going to complain. We know many people are going to complain about Tyler Herro coming back, and now look, we're looking like the old Heat again. We're looking at the Heat of last year, winning games 106 to 102. The thing is that I watched the game obviously, and I don't think this was a showcase of the Heat coming back to the old Heat because of Tyler Herro. That's definitely was not the case. This game was shaky from the start. Tyler Herro took a little bit to get acclimated. He had 0 points in the first quarter, and no one could shoot. No one could shoot. As I said, 5 3-pointers this whole game. That's not good. We only put up 27. That's terrible. But and I don't think it was him. Like we weren't doing good offensively. So at that point, he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go get my own. I'm gonna go attack the rim, get to my spots, get to my floater, get to my step back jumper." Like that's what he was doing. He did what the team needed him to do. Now it did look a little shaky in the first quarter of him trying to fit into the pace and Pat deferring the ball too much. He didn't have a three this game, but still, I truly don't think this was him not being able to fit in the offense. Of course, it's going to take a little bit for him to completely fit in the offense, but this game does not show that he's not going to be able to fit in this offense. It's the first game, and I don't even think that was Tyler Herro's was the reason we only scored 106 points. This team is good at defense. It's Jason Kidd and Frank Vogel. That's what Spo was saying in his post-game press conference. I'm trying to find that clip here. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. And I believe we'll be fine. When Norman Powell comes back and Tyler Herro is there, we'll be fine. When Andrew Wiggins comes back, we'll be there. The only thing is the starters. Now Kel'el is playing amazing. We're going to have to put him in the starting lineup. So we're going to have to run the two bigs out there. There's going to be no excuse for Ware to be all of a sudden come on the bench. So that's going to be very interesting. So it looks like Davion's going to be the one getting booted now. Excuse me. But Herro kind of played, in my opinion, like Norman Powell against the Warriors, where we were in that close game. And Norman Powell was like, "Yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick of this. Give me the fucking ball. I'm gonna attack the rim, and I'm gonna get to my spots, and I'm gonna do my thing at the rim." And that's what Tyler Herro did. He said, "Give me the ball. I'm gonna do my thing, get to my spots, and do my thing around the rim." And he was able to do to that and lead the team to victory, which is, in my opinion, look, it's a 5-14 Mavs team at home. We should probably handle it. We were 7-point favorites, 8-point favorites. We should have handled it maybe. Look, you have bad offensive nights. This is a back-to-back, three games in 4 days. It's just not everything's going to click all the time. You know, this offense isn't going to be all there all the time, but this just shows that we could win games like this. We could win games in the mud that are defensively, no matter what the talent is across the court, no matter what the talent on the other bench is like, we can win games in the mud. We can still win like this, and Tyler Herro had a great performance coming back. As you can see, it's not going to take him a long time. He already looks like an all-star. It's not going to take him a long time for him to... Now, it's going to be interesting how he fits in the next game, whether it's against the Bucks or in the game on Friday, I believe, or whenever the Heat's next game is. Whether it's in that one or a couple more when Norman Powell comes back, when Andrew Wiggins comes back, it's going to be interesting. That's, of course, going to be interesting, especially the Norman Powell dynamic. But I believe he'll be able to fit in. And this is his first game back, and I like the way he played. I don't care about how it looked on offense. The whole team looked shit on offense. The whole team was not clicking on offense. Don't tell me that Tyler Herro was the reason that this offense looked like that. No, it wasn't. It clearly wasn't. But here's Eric Spoelstra on Tyler Herro's season debut and the tight game against the Mavericks.
Coach, obviously, first game with Tyler back, and offensively maybe started a little slow, picked up as he went on, especially in a tight game like that.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I thought this was a really good game for us to go through. You know, Dallas is a tough-ass defensive team. You know, they give teams in the mud. They're very disciplined in what they do, and I think they're leading the league in these kind of games that go down, you know, to the last 3 minutes, and that's for a reason. They just get you, you know, they don't give up, you know, easy shots throughout the course of the game. So I thought this was a good game for us to have to win it defensively. You know, Bam got the steal. We ended up getting the stop at the end, holding them under 40%. This was kind of more of a throwback game. There were times where we were able to get to our game, but there were times where they got us in the mud, but we still found a way to get the win. And I think that's a growth opportunity or a growth deal for our team. To prove that we can do that. As far as Tyler, it's amazing that he can come back and have that kind of rhythm. That's only going to get better. And when he faced the better defenses, you can see why we need that skill. You need as much skill and firepower as possible in this league. And it was just exciting, to have him back. There's not an adjustment for him in terms of how we play. He's going to fit right in. He's going to amplify everything we're doing, and I'm happy for him. And it's good that we'll be able to build on this.
So he got the victory, 106-102. Despite the tough defensive game put on by the Mavs, we were able to go through that, weather the storm, and pull it away. And now we have next games against the Bucks on Wednesday. It's a play-in game, big play-in game. If you're a play-in guy, I'm not a play-in guy. I don't really care about the play-in. I care about championships in June and games in April, May, and June. I do not give a shit about a play-in. But if you're a play-in dude and you think it's cool Wednesday, the Bucks, they're the leaders of our group. We're the second in the group. We win. I'm pretty sure we advance. The Knicks have a tiebreaker over us, but I don't know. I think point differential matters, and no matter what, we will be the second spot. And blah 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 blah. I don't know. I hate explaining the plan. I don't get the plan. I don't get the soccer type format of the plan because I know that's how it is. Like Champions League and shit. The tables, the groups, the blah 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 blah. I don't understand it, but I know it's a big game. They explained it to me on comments here well enough. It's a big game. We win. We're in first. So if you're playing dude and you want to go to the next stage for the first time in Heat history, I believe we win this game. We're in. And the Bucks are missing Giannis, but after that we have Detroit on Saturday, then Monday in LA. So we have a 4-game homestand. This was the start of the 4-game homestand. And hopefully we can have a positive record. It's a tough 4-game homestand. I mean, the Bucks without Giannis, okay, you get that. We struggled against these type of teams, though, playing without their starters. But Detroit is the best team in the East. The Heat are the third best team in the East, according to record. Not according to my record book. My record book, the Heat are always the best team. And then we have LA at home, James Harden. Of course, we'll get to it when we get to it. But looking at the schedule, I'm just giving you the look ahead. I want to shut James Harden's ass down that game. Put Davion Mitchell and Bam Adebayo double teaming him the whole game just so he doesn't get anywhere near 20 points. Because I'm tired of the conversation. All of a sudden, he drops 55 at 36 years old. He's automatically better than D Wade. D Wade dropped like 36 against the Raptors coming off the bench. I don't care. D Wade's the third greatest shooting guard of all time. Don't ever put James Harden in that conversation. It's like it's 3 rings, which he'll never get. So lock James Harden up on Monday. I'm just going on a tangent now. But other than that, I like the victory tonight. Now, we could have did it better, yes, because of the circumstances of the Mavs. They suck and everything, but as Coach Spo said, they're a tough-ass defensive team, and a win's a win. Don't complain about a win. Don't complain about Tyler Herro's performance when he drops 24. Don't complain about everything else when Kel'el Ware's looking nice. Everything's looking smooth for the Heat. Norman Powell's out. Andrew Wiggins, doesn't matter. We get the win. That's all that matters. Win's a win. Wins at home is even better. 8-1 at home. 12-6 on the season. Third in the East. Now we move on. Next game, Wednesday, play-in game. Huge play-in game for the play-in folks. As always, let's go Heat.